What's up, my Webflowers? Hey, today we're gonna work on schema markup. And if you're trying to improve your SEO on your Webflow website, this is one of those things that you do. It's a bit advanced, but it's actually not that advanced. And I just want to show you how you can add schema to products in e-commerce if you're running an e-commerce shop in Webflow. So just in case, if you're like, hey, what the heck is schema? Well, schema, if you look at web results, you'll see these pictures up here when I'm searching for Italian coffee machine, or if I'm searching for a blue navy sweatshirt like I'm wearing now, there's some stuff here. Or if I look at blog articles like how to look good on webcam, you see this thing that sticks out. It's not the typical search result that we're used to, like down here. So schema is about putting rich text elements. These are things that Google is information that it's able to grab. And what they try to do is they can present things. And the idea that Google has is that if we can present things in this way, there's a better chance that we might be helping someone that's trying to search for something like that. So Google is in the business of trying to make the best search experience, because that's how they end up keeping people on their site longer and making their ad revenue and stuff. That's my guess. But anyway, so let's figure out how we're going to add this. All right, so here we go. All right, so what I have here is a website that I'm working on. It has a commerce shop. So here you can see here. So what I want to do is I want to go to the product pages, or the project template page, which is this right here. And what I'm going to do is, this is where we're going to add the schema. So if you have no idea what schema is about, I'm going to put some links with this video just to explain like where you can go to learn more. But if you go here, there's a website that I will share the link. And this is related to Google search, like this library of things that they have. Well, here you can look for different schema markup things that you want. So I'm going to filter by e-commerce, and then I'm going to scroll. It's not a book that we're offering or interested in, but it's more of a product. So the website, I forgot to mention, they sell gym gear, I guess. So I don't guess, I know. So here what you do is you get kind of information, you can read about it. But when you look down here at the bottom, there's this JSON element. And what we can do is, the JSON is information that will be shared or readable by Google search engines, and they'll know on a product page, oh, this is what the product is about, and there's some interesting information that we can display in search results. For example, sometimes you'll see a product that shows a price on the search result. So those little things are located in here. And so what I'm going to do is I'll just show you where to put this in Webflow, and then how you can just make changes yourself. All right, so this is what I want to do. What I'm interested in is just taking the script right here, and I'm going to Command C to take it and bring it here to my product template. I'm going to open up the settings and scroll down to the bottom where the before tag. So this is some JavaScript that is already on the website, but if I just want to add some new one, I'm just going to paste it here. And here you'll see all this information. And now let's just look at it. Let's just read a little bit what it's all kind of saying. So here, this is saying this is schema. So this is just telling the search engine, hey, this is schema. And this is a product. So this page is all about a product. And now you have a name. So this is the example that it came up with. But what we do in Webflow, and this is when you have products, you will have all these fields created about your product. What's the name of your product? How much is your product? All these things. If there's a sale, what's the description? So what we could do is we could start looking at some of these and start realizing, hey, these are some things related to the fields that I've created in e-commerce, in the e-commerce part. And this also would apply to any collection, if you were trying to think about this idea for blog posts. So what we can do is we can just kind of erase that, and we don't want to mess any of the semicolons or the what do you call these things, citation marks and commas. But we can go to add field and we can just put name. Okay. And here, for example, there's images. So they have a lot of images. But let's say I just interested in I have one image for my product that I really want to display on Google search. So what we can do is we can just get rid of this array. So this is how you write arrays in JavaScript. We'll just erase it like that. Put the two semicolons and just add a field. And so I have a field. These are all the fields that we have for the products. And we just go main image. And it kind of jumps. I don't know why it jumps there. And then you just kind of work your way through these things. And so here's like another one. I'll just erase this and boom, boom, boom. And let's say description. So that kind of gives you the idea, and you really just kind of go through these various fields. And so I'll go ahead and just do that really quick, and then just speed up the video just to show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is the final schema markup that I have for this product. What I noticed from what Google sort of gives as a recommendation, there's just a lot of stuff that I didn't need or isn't valid for us. So, for example, rating, review, and rating value, review count. We don't use anything like that. So, what I ended up doing was just deleting a lot of these things. And so when you do that, you're kind of done, but you need to test it. You just want to make sure that the code works, because if you miss one semicolon anywhere, or I'm sorry, one comma anywhere, then the code won't work. There'll be an error. And so you just want to be careful. So what we can do is we can now test it. So what I'll do is I'll take the script and I'll head over to this other site. And this page provides two different ways of testing. You have a rich test results test and a schema markup thing. So first, let's go to the schema markup one, because I just want to show two different things that ends up happening. So if I go here, it'll say, oh, well, let's go ahead and test your page. So what I need to make sure that your page is live here. So just make sure that this is live. So let me go to the live page because I have it already. So all right, so here's the live page. I'm going to click here, and now I will just go back here and let's do a test. All right, so now running the test. Okay, so here it's picking up the page, and what it's doing is it's basically pulling out where it finds the schema markup of this page. And so it can tell you, this is where the image is located, this is the name of the product. And you'll see right here, written in French right now, there's 0 errors and no warnings. Okay, so that's good. All right, so and that's essentially what you want. That means that your schema is working, it's being read by Google. So awesome there. What I wanted to show with the other option was if you go to the rich results test here. So let's run that test again. So what this is going to do is the same thing, but the output's a little bit different. I just wanted to show that. So let's just wait. Love waiting. Okay, so this one, now the test is completed. And what does this show? It shows that it was successful and detected structured data. Okay, so what we can do here is we can click here to see what it picked up. And we can see here that there are 6 warnings. So what are the 6 warnings that it shows? So it will show you that, oh, there's a missing field for review, optional, aggregate, rating, optional, 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 optional. What I really like about this, and not necessarily to show to, let's say someone, let's say like a client, if you're working with them, But what this shows is that, hey, there's missing fields that you could include in your products that Google can use to eventually display on your product. So if you're thinking about how you can keep on improving your SEO and what are things that you can add, I like this page just because it shows you, oh, okay, these are the sections that you could add to your products, and that gives something to talk about and like kind of think for the future. But yeah, I mean, basically, it is working. You can play with these buttons, preview results, and here it kind of just shows you on. I don't really understand why you can only preview it in smartphone, but you can see here it's kind of showing you an idea of like, here we can pull out the price and show that to people. So it just shows that this is working. All right. So with that, I think this is how you do sort of schema markup in Webflow, particularly for product pages. And I'm going to try to create some similar videos just to show this around how to do it for blog posts and stuff, because I also applied this to my business and companies I work with. So, but if you have any questions or just interested to talk about the topic, would love to talk. Would love to hear questions and answer them. I specialize in Webflow SEO, and so I work with companies that have Webflow websites, and they try to they want to get more visibility online, and so we try to figure out how to do that with improving the website and what we can do outside of the website to bring more attention. All right. So with that said, have a great day. I'm Mike, and Mike is out.